Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of the Creative Lounge. Today we'll be talking with Stratos, a talented photographer who will help you see nature and cities in a whole new light. Hi Stratos, first of all I would like to thank you for joining us today at the Creative Lounge. It's a pleasure to have you over. As an introduction, I would like to ask you to introduce yourself quickly by telling us 3 things that we should know about you.
Thanks, first of all, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm Stratos, I'm a photographer from Greece. That's 2 things. And the third one is probably you should know about my English accent. It's not my native language. I'm sorry for everyone listening.
I think your English is pretty good as a start. So we're gonna have a quite a nice conversation, I hope so. I wanna start off with asking you the straight on question, which is, why did you decide to focus on nature and cityscape photography and not on any other type of photography?
Okay, so first of all, I kind of tried everything before deciding on these 2 ones, and I still do a lot of other photography subjects, like portraits and commercial work, like product photography. I have tried everything, and I just kind of got attracted more into cityscape and landscape.
And I was looking at your profile. Obviously, you have like loads and loads of amazing photos on it.
Thank you.
Do you have a favorite one, or is it hard to choose one?
It's really hard to choose one, but I think I have one that kinda I like more. It's the one that I'm jumping from one spot to another.
In that photo, there's a lot of orange in it, and I've also seen across all of your photos, or at least most of your photos, the color orange is very dominant. So why is that?
I find it very easy to manipulate in editing, and I really like how it pops in the photos. It really makes, like when you desaturate all the other colors, I think the orange look the best. So it's not like I choose it all the time, but yeah, I think when there is orange in my photos, I'm always happy about it.
Is photography your main occupation, or do you do that on the side?
No, I do that on the side. I have done some client works, but it's not anything, yeah.
Do you enjoy doing client work as well?
Yeah, I love it. Especially if it's a nice product or something, I'm really happy about it. I don't even see it as work, I just see it as fun.
And do you always carry your camera with you? Or do you sort of plan where you're gonna go and which photos you're gonna take that specific day and you just go for it? Or you're always ready for action?
I would say like 70% of the time I'm going out, I have the camera with me. And most of the times it's just without any expectations, like not knowing where I'm gonna go or where I'm gonna shoot, and if I find something interesting I just shoot it. But there is some times that I have an idea in my mind in a specific location and I'm just going straight forward to that. But yeah, most of the times it's just random places and random ideas that come in my mind at the moment.
When do you think that the end result is better? When you planned it in advance or when it just happens out of nowhere?
It kind of depends. I think when it randomly happens, it's kind of better, because when you plan something, it's not always going as you expected. Like maybe the location is different, maybe the angle is gonna be different, or you just don't imagine as it is. But when you randomly find stuff, interesting stuff around you, I think it turns out better.
Where would be the first destination to go if you can travel anywhere right now?
Anywhere? Maybe Iceland. All photographers go there and it's a really common place, but I would love to go there and take photos.
Do you have a specific photo in mind already planned for when you go to that trip in Iceland?
I have more than 20 photos planned.
Really?
Yeah, because there is so many beautiful landscapes and like so many waterfalls, so many sites to see.
And if you are to go to Iceland, and I hope you do you think that your photos would be different, and if yes, and I would assume yes, from the other photos you've already seen of those places? What do you think is going to be the different in your photo?
That's a hard question to answer. I don't know exactly, but I feel like the stuff that I'm taking photos of right now are not that interesting themselves. I just try my best to make them look interesting. But yeah, when you visit a place like that, and it's so beautiful and it has so many nice places, I think it's already beautiful and you just kind of make it even more.
One thing you just said, is in terms of taking photos that might not necessarily be that interesting, but making them interesting. And a photo that I just remember from your profile is the one where you had taken a shot from a bridge of the highway, I believe a street just beneath. And that could have been a photo by itself. But then you went into the next step where you took your phone and you sort of embedded it like that photo within the photo.
So yeah, every time I have to think of something different and something interesting. So I'm always coming up with different ideas, and yeah, that was just my idea this day, to make it look more interesting.
And in terms of photography, at the moment someone is watching this video, what advice would you give them?
Keep taking photos, that's for sure. And I will say you have to focus more on experiences, like more than anything else. Try to have experiences with yourself, and I think that's what's gonna make you a better photographer. And yeah.
Can you tell us about an interesting experience you had?
So I have been stopped by police a lot of times because I'm all the time taking photos in the middle of the street, and that can be pretty dangerous sometimes. A lot of cars are just yelling at me and stuff, and yeah, police has stopped me a lot of times, telling me to go away. It's not good to be there, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that sounds dangerous. I mean, being on the street for that one photo, that's dedication in my opinion.
But I think that's what makes the photo look better though, because it's not something you see all the time, and I think the viewer can understand that this risk and it can make him feel different.
Do you think that being a photographer have helped you in general in your life? Because I guess as a photographer you pay a lot of attention to details and noticing interesting things.
I think you said it perfectly. Yeah, you just pay a lot of attention to details. Before I was into photography, like for example walking in the street and on the sideways, I was just not paying attention to anything. Since I started taking photos, I have to look around all the time for interesting photos and interesting ideas and that kind of stuff. And even when I'm not, I still have this mood in my mind, and I just pay attention to everything around me. I just see everything different, in a better way though.
Your time to say one thing to the general audience, whatever it is, whatever you want.
Find the passion and follow that.
Well guys, that's a wrap of our interview with Stratos. I do hope you got inspired by it, and I hope you take your camera, your phone, whatever, go outside, take a few nice photos and become a little bit more aware of your surrounding and the beauty all around you. Of course, don't forget to check out Stratos' Instagram account, link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.